What's up guys, good morning and welcome back to sunny Florida. We've got a lot of ground to cover with a lot of progress that's been made on builds while I'm gone, but that's not our first focus of the day. It was clear as day, and I know that you guys could see it in my face, when Daigo let me drive his Subaru all-wheel drive drift car, or practice car I should say. I got the bug. All-wheel drive drifting is something that I never really understood, but watching him drive kind of gave me a little bit of a grasp. That combined with Travis Pastrana's new Gymkhana video that just came out yesterday, which was insane. All I can think about is drifting all-wheel drive now. And I've made a decision that this car has been sitting a little bit too long and might be my best candidate to try to slide an Evo around. And if you aren't familiar with this car, it's actually pretty rare. It's an Evo TME RS that I got for an insane deal just because of the fact that the car was caged. Now the plan is to turn this eventually into a time attack car. I don't want this to be a purpose-built Evo drift car. However, I do know from driving this car that it has a more aggressive rear LSD than my white car does. And my white car has some leaks that need to be sorted. So I figured this would be a good car to try to slide around, see how it works as a proof of concept. And if it works well, I would like to try to build an all-wheel drive Evo drift car just for having fun at the compound. I gotta go get a seat for it because I took it out and put it in the other Evo. Gotta clean the injectors on it because it's been sitting for a while. And then I dig some old tires out from storage on some Evo wheels that should be better than the sticky ones that are on it right now.
I know I told you guys when I was in Japan that the gloves wouldn't be dropping for a while, but I was actually able to sneak a bit of them in my suitcase. So I brought over, I think like 30, maybe 40 pairs tops. They're dropped on the site as you're watching this video right now. So if you want to get a set, the full batch probably won't be coming out for a couple months, but I got a small batch in limited sizes if you want to get your hands on some. Let's see how this thing works. To make sure the car still runs good. This thing probably makes about 400 horsepower, but it's very, very laggy. It's a super old turbo, so it's gonna be kind of tough. I'm assuming I'll probably only be able to make it work in first gear. Surprisingly well, but one thing that I've noticed, like watching like other rally car drivers and stuff, I think that I don't have a quick enough ratio rack, and it's really easy to forget where the front wheels are pointed because it's not like drifting where you're counter steering, you're kind of steering into it. But the diffs work great. Yeah, it was drifting. It's pretty crazy. I definitely need to like hone the craft more though, because I almost hit the tree. It worked. Yeah, that was good. Yeah, you didn't almost hit the tree. It's just hard because you forget where the front wheels are pointed. Yeah, you can see that. Yeah. Comfy in that. Yeah, it works great. Yeah. Does it look cool? Yeah. I want to see if I can do this like a second gear flick and see what happens. I just don't know if it has the power to pull out of it. I don't have full confidence in the second gear stuff. I think the front diff maybe doesn't stay locked and that's why sometimes the front end will like pull me the way that I'm not expecting it to.
Yeah.
So I'm probably better off chilling with just first gear stuff for now. But I want to give Sean a ride because he's talking all this shit about all-wheel drive and he's going to see the light.
Yeah.
Can you throw 2 cones here?
Sure.
Like just to use for figure 8 reference? That's sick. I like that. I was worried that like I'd need a Subaru to do it, but the Evo works pretty well. I think that just it's not like a true 50-50. Yeah. And I think that if I put that old LSD that I have a 2-way for the front that I think locks the rear too.
Oh really?
Yeah. Like it doesn't LSD the rear.
Yeah.
I think it like locks it instead of having a viscous.
Makes sense.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm a bit scared, probably with one of the rarest Evos I own, to try to like learn this at the compound. As much as I want to do this corner in second gear, I just like the exit looking at that dumpster is terrifying.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Yeah, and it like, no matter what I do, I always like go into the grass and exit.
A little bit, yeah.
Huh. This is really weird, but it's cool. My brain is struggling with is when you lift, then it goes where the front wheels are pointing, so you have to stay in it, because the second I lift, it wants to steer in weird directions, but it's hard to like get over that fear.
Yeah.
I like don't know when to quit because it's just so much fun, but I know we've already got all the footage we need. We got a lot of different projects going on because the Invitational is just a little over a week away. Everyone's coming into town as soon as Wednesday of next week, so we've got a lot of fun to be had here at the compound. And then the event, if you guys haven't noticed on the flyer, is now a 2-day event. I think I'm gonna do a live stream where I can go into full detail of the structure of the event, but the way that it's gonna work this year, instead of doing the random qualifying like we did, it's gonna be traditional qualifying. However, there's gonna be 2 different brackets on each day. So The bottom 16 qualifiers will battle against each other on Sunday, and then the top qualifiers will battle against each other on Saturday. The idea is to not have the worst driver go against the best driver and have battles that we know the winner right off the rip, so everyone can have good battles and it's more entertaining for you guys. With that being said, the top 3 winners of the competition on Saturday will advance into the Sunday bracket. It gets a little confusing, but I think it should make for a good show. And then we're gonna have the fantasy battles like we did in Ireland, which is basically anytime there's dead time on track, having crazy cars go do demo laps, and then also having battles between people that maybe got knocked out and stuff that you guys want to see. So there's a lot of stuff to cover, but make sure you get your tickets if you haven't already. VIP, I believe, is sold out on one of the days, and the tickets are moving fast. The 3 big cars that are getting finished and that have been worked on while I've been gone are the 4-rotor Supra, the FD S15, and the CRX. It'll get very confusing and overwhelming if we jump into all the different cars today, so we're going to jump into the CRX, and then we'll jump into the other 2 cars in the next video. The CRX is getting one of our very first of the black edition steering wheels that we released on Black Friday. Still got a couple of these left. The idea was, I know that some of you guys are like me and can be anal about having clashing colors in a car, so it's all black, black logos, black horn button, black stripe, and we did both leather and suede. I don't like that that's not black now. I need to fix that.
Okay.
You got a Sharpie?
Nope.
We'll buy one.
Look past it for now, please.
Okay. Thanks. The latest wheels in the world. These actually were kind of rough when they came on the car, and I had them repowder coated, and I just got my new stickers in for them. So brand new, threw some tire shine. We're about to see what they look like on Old Girl. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Contrast with the gold.
Oh yeah. Dang, fresh lug nuts too.
I know. Full build, dude.
Full build.
Actually, literally. There's been a lot of exciting stuff going on while I'm gone, but I have to say one of the most exciting things is coming back to seeing this thing almost ready to rip. Marco, you a big Honda guy now?
Yeah, can't leave home without it.
Can't leave home without it.
That one broke Adam's brain.
Listen, I didn't film yesterday because there was a lot of jet lag going on. My brain was functioning at like 30% capacity, but it looks fantastic. The wrinkle red looks great. Everything's slowly starting to go back together. The paint's cured for a while, so it's reassembly time.
And this is the fun part because it comes together and everything looks beautiful.
I'm so excited to drive it, even though it's going to feel exactly as it did before, but it's going to feel so much nicer in my brain. Does that make sense?
Yes, no, it does.
This is going to kind of give away the theme. I don't remember if I told you guys it's going to be two-tone, but the satin black contrasts so nicely with the gold. How to fit the bumpers on. I'm stoked. These things are cheat codes. I remember back in the day on my mom's Avalanche using back to black, and that would just dull up so quick. This, wait until you see the results.
I can see him, bud.
Yeah, but wait until you see when it dries. Next up is somewhat simplifying. I shouldn't even say simplifying. More so just trying to go through this harness, get it all tucked up so it doesn't clank around and make a bunch of noise and drive my OCD crazy. Now that I don't have the interior trim, everything's kind of exposed, so kind of important for me to get this thing tucked up nicely. Never knew I had these. Mike showed me them in my drawer. These work great for routing the harness. I can just kind of pop them in instead of all the old harness clips that were probably toast. Nice and tidy. It's weird, especially in a car that's like destined to be a thrash car, to put time into things like tying up the harness. But I know that once this car works and drives, it's probably just gonna sit and never get touched again when we're like dumb cleaning up stuff like this. So put it in the 5 minutes now. This car's gonna live a lot better life, and
You really need to check that structural.
listen, no, after spending 2 weeks in Japan with the most rattly car in the world, I swear to God, Mike, that not a single car here is ever gonna rattle again. Subarus, rattle boxes. Evos, great cars. Possibly. So this is pro tip, we do this in all the race cars. It's just grip tape. I hate when my foot slides around the pedal. So you just put the grip tape on the pedal and just like a skateboard, run like a razor along the edge of it. Your foot will never slip off the pedal again. She's on the ground again, and hopefully in the next video we can get all the final bits on it, get some glass back on it, get the trim pieces back on it. But overall, Ray smashed it out of the park with the paint. Looks amazing. Marco killed it putting it together, and I'm excited to maybe set a new lap with this thing as soon as tomorrow. It might be a little adventurous, we'll see. But I hope you guys like the color. I guess you can see now, you can reason and understand the two-tone is just like a satin underneath. Wait, I'll hold the door up so you can see what the door looks like. Just hold it up. That's what it looks like. You get the picture?
Yup.
It's a car. That's it. That's the video. Thanks, guys. See you soon.